I'm talking with, I hope you don't mind me saying this because it makes you sound very old, but the legendary Cheryl Baker. How you doing, Cheryl?
I say that when people say legendary, I always say that means I'm old.
I
But
don't
then
think
again, I am, so
I
that's
don't think
fine.
that at all. Listen, the Fizz. I mean, you've come back with a brilliant single. The
Thank
guys,
you.
the guys are sounding really, really fresh. But I mean, from the end of Bucks Fizz to the beginning of the Fizz, you guys went through some hellish times, didn't you? I mean, Mike
Yeah, we
Nolan.
did.
Oh dear.
It was. I mean, it has been. Someone should do a musical of the Buxby's or write a book, because the roller coaster ride that we've had since we were formed is a bit like you say. You know, you mentioned Mike, obviously because of the coach crash, and there's been a lot of really mucky water gone under the bridge. So it's great to think that we're still there and we're still doing what we do best, and new album, new single, and really renewed interest. It's been great. We've been doing we're doing lots of radio shows in the UK, lots of TVs and things, and of course we're coming over to Spain, which will be great fun.
Yes, looking forward to that. Now,
Well,
you mentioned the album there. You've got Mike Stock working for you or working with you.
yeah, that came about because of Twitter.
Really?
Because I'm on Twitter, and Mike Stock followed me on Twitter, and I was quite chuffed. I thought, oh, so I followed him back. Of course, he's from Stockaken and Waterman, so he's hugely credible and massively successful as a writer and producer. And there was a Bucks Fizz fan who noticed that we followed each other, and he connected us in a tweet saying, how about a collaboration between Fizz and Mike Stock? And he said, yeah, I'd love to. So I personal messaged him saying, really? And he went, yeah, no, let's do it. And so this was about 18 months ago. So, since then, we've done the album, made the album, and it comes out on the 22nd of September, and the tour in the UK starts then, and it's all systems go. I mean, what we're talking to Mike about now is the next album and the next single.
Wow.
So it's really exciting.
No, I mean, the album's called The F to Z of Pop,
Mm.
which I think is a brilliant title.
It's funny that you nearly said A to Z.
Yeah.
They came up with that title, and we said, no, how about the F to Z, because we're Fizz, And so it did start life as the A to Z of Pop, but we changed it to the F to Z because, Fizz starts with F and finishes with Z. So, yeah.
Now, the single as well, which, as I say, I think is really, really good. That's obviously Dancing in the Rain is obviously on the album.
Yeah.
Is the album the same sort of thing, or is it sort of a blend of different types of music?
There are different types of music on there, but Mike Stock wrote practically all of it. Jay wrote a song, Mike and Bobby wrote a song, and my daughter wrote a song. And apart from that, and there are 3 old Fizz songs on there that have been redone. Not in a different way. It's the same format, but using today's technology. And all the rest of the songs are written by Mike Stock. So he has purposely written them to sound like early Fizz. So all that, the sound that we had on Piece of the Action and Run for Your Life and My Camera Never Lies, he's tried to recreate the production that we used on those tracks, and I think he's done it. Have you had a copy of the album yet?
No, I'm desperately
you
trying to
haven't?
get one.
Well, when you get it and listen to it, you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
You'll hear the beginning of a song and you'll think, that sounds like Bucks Fizz. So he's actually written songs specifically to sound like the early Fizz sound that we had, especially vocally, with the girl boy vocals.
Now, the one thing that really pleases me, I guess, is that you guys have come back, and you've come back sounding as though you've never been away. Just like you've got bands like Right Said Fred, and you've got Bananarama. Everybody is coming back, but they're sounding really fresh, and that I think is amazing. How did you manage to do that? I mean,
your voice doesn't really age like your skin does. You don't get wrinkly voice. If you're using it, you're keeping it fresh. You're using the muscle, your vocal cords, and I would say actually we sound stronger now than we did back in the day. Back when we were in our 20s. I think the fact that there are so many bands that are coming back again is because, well, for one thing, we never really went away. You have your peaks and troughs, don't you, in this industry? And 80s music now is as big as it was then. You know, there are so many 80s festivals. I mean, we're honestly looking at our diary for next year already. The festivals are in, the special 80s weekends are in. It's just such a popular form of music, 80s music. And even if you're doing new stuff, it's still creating a great interest especially from radio stations and from the media.
When you go out, when you start to tour, will you still do the Bucks Fizz stuff?
The Bucks Fizz stuff?
Yeah.
Of course.
Good.
You can't take away our history. You can take away our name, which the person who owns the name Bucks Fizz, who was in primary school when we won the Eurovision, she can take away our name, but she can't take away our history. We were Bucks Fizz, and she wasn't. She did not win the Eurovision Song Contest, and we did. And I think, I do sound bitter because I am.
Yeah.
So, of course we'll do Bucks Fizz.
Good.
Of course we will. Nobody else can sing Now Those Days Are Gone but Mike Nolan. Nobody else can sing When We Were Young but Jay Aston. It's all those, the sound of Bucks Fizz was me, Mike and Jay with Bobby G.
Yeah.
Bobby G was replaced with Bobby McVeigh, who I think is better than Bobby G ever was. And so that's another reason why I think now we are bigger and better than ever before. By the way, the name Bucks Fizz is only a UK trademark. So when we come to Spain, we can be Bucks Fizz.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Anywhere else. Once we're outside of British waters, we can be Bucks Fizz anywhere in the world.
So, I mean, you obviously are embracing this and you're obviously really, really happy about this, but you've also got so much other stuff that you've been doing, TV presentation.
I know, but my heart is in Bucks Fizz, or the Fizz, as we know now. My heart's there. Always has been. I'm a group singer. I'm not a solo singer. I love being part of a group. I love singing harmony. I don't care about singing lead on any song. I'm a harmony singer. I use my voice like an instrument. And so that's that. All the other stuff that I do, and I do at the moment, at the moment I'm doing I have been doing a lot of cruises where I'm singing on cruise ships. But I'm not just singing, I'm telling my life story and stuff like that. And I do it and I enjoy it, but not as much as when I'm on stage doing dance routines and having my skirt ripped off. That's the best fun.
Funny you should say that, because I was going to say one of the things that Bucks Fizz were noted for was the dance routines and, the skirt getting ripped off.
Yeah.
You've still got to be that active, haven't you?
Yeah, we did stop. After we'd won the Eurovision Song Contest, we stopped almost immediately because we thought, well, the world has seen it, it's been done, and now we just sing it as a song. But once the 80s came back, which was in the year 2000, that was the first 80s revival, so 17 years on, it's still as popular or more so. We first started gigging again in 2004, and I said, we have to rip the skirts off. And they went, no, we can't. Look at the age of us. We can't. We have. That's what they want. The memory of the winning Eurovision song with the skirts coming off on the line, if you want to see some more, that's what people want to see.
Yeah.
And also, they're not looking at for people that really, should be looking forward to collecting their pension. They're looking at a memory. They're looking at nostalgia. And so we give them that.
Yeah.
I don't think if they got close, they might go, oh my word, put your shirt back on. But
No.
they're far enough away that it doesn't matter.
So you're going to go out on the tour. What are you looking forward to most? I mean, Bucks Fizz did sort of big shows, and they also did sort of some slightly smaller ones. What excites you the most? Is it being on a huge stage, with all the production and everything going on, or is it those slightly more intimate gigs in the theatres?
Well, there's a lot to be said for both, because on a bigger stage, we were at the Palladium for our 30th anniversary, and when we came on stage, to hear the roar from the crowd was just made me cry. But a smaller theatre, you can actually see their faces, and I really like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to be said for both. if you've got a bigger stage, then you can have, as you said, bigger production. And maybe my girls, my twin daughters, have done backing singing for us, like they did at the Palladium, and I would love to have them on stage with us. Bigger band, bigger stage set, all this stuff. All the whistles and whatever the other word is, whistles.
Bells.
Bells, that's the word. Bells, loads of bells. So yeah, all the whistles and bells. I would love that, but again, the smaller the theatre, the more intimate the gig, and so there's, I actually enjoy both.
Brilliant, because this is one of the things. I mean, when bands come over to Spain, they sometimes get a bit taken aback because the Spanish and also the Brits that are over here tend to be very voracious. They want more. Yeah, brilliant, love it. And some bands get intimidated by that, I feel. But no, it's great. If you really get off on that, that's fantastic.
Love it. It's a party. When you come to a Fizz gig, it's a party. We have a great time.
Excellent. Now, you're talking about the second album, which I think is brilliant. So you're here for the long haul. It's not just a quick, let's make some money and move on.
No, we're here for the long haul. I mean, blimey, you can't get much longer, really. We've been here 36 years already. But with Mike Stock, we're here with the long haul, hopefully, because, as I say, he's talking about the next album. We're rehearsing all this week. When I finish with you, I'm going off to rehearse new songs from the album, choreography, because that's, we're a thingy dancey band, aren't we?
Yeah.
And on Thursday, Mike Stock is coming down to see how things are progressing. So he's really taking a hands-on approach with this, which is great. He's a really lovely bloke. Apart from being a genius at what he does, he's a really lovely guy, and I'm so happy that fan connected us in a tweet.
Isn't that brilliant?
It was so fortuitous for us. It really was. Absolutely
brilliant. Now, you say that some of the guys have written a couple of tunes for the current album, for F to Z.
Yeah.
I nearly said A to Z again. Do you ever contemplate writing a song with somebody?
Never. No, I never do. I used to. I used to be a songwriter, and I don't even give it a thought anymore. No, I don't. My daughter is a prolific songwriter, and she's written a song called Amen on the album.
Oh, wow.
Which I think, personally, nothing to do with the fact that she's my daughter, although absolutely it is. I think it's the best song on the album.
Well, of course. Bound to be.
But she's a prolific songwriter, and I think that she will earn her living from her songwriting. This is the first cover that anyone's ever done of one of her songs. And so she's really, I think she's secretly proud of it, even though, if she did it herself, she'd have done it a slightly different way. But it is her song, and, it's been done with a Fizz style, lots of harmonies and things, So Natalie my daughter Natalie is a singer and choreographer, so I'm not sure what she's going to do. But both my girls are very proud of me. I can't remember what the question was now. I think I've gone off piece somewhat.
Doesn't matter. It was a brilliant answer anyway. Now, listen, when Bucks Fizz were formed in 1981, did you ever have any thoughts of where this could go? And these few years later on, you'd be doing what you're doing now?
No, at the time, we were thrown into success. It was, once you've won Eurovision, everyone wants a piece of you. Certainly they did with us. And it was not just Europe, it was Australia, and it was the Far East. And the one area that avoided us, or evaded us, was America. But it was such a whirlwind, our career at that time, that we just were taken along with it, It was our own little private whirlwinds taking us around the world, and we didn't have time to think about it. We were told where to go, told what to do, told what to wear. We were puppets for the first couple of years at least. And I actually, the first time I thought this is I've just cracked it, this is a success, was when we stood on the podium after winning Eurovision, and we were surrounded by a sea of photographers. And I thought then, my life's just changed.
Yeah.
But I certainly didn't expect to still be doing it now. If someone had said to me when I was in my 20s, you'll still be having your skirt ripped off when you're in your 60s, I'd have said, "Oh, that's sick. Don't be ridiculous. That's hideous. What a horrible thought." But now I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. I must admit, looking at the photographs, you guys still look, please excuse me for saying this, but you still look damn good. Both you and the boys.
We look all right, don't we? I mean, none of us have gone to siege yet, and we're all pretty fit, and, I don't know, Mike and I carry a bit of extra timber, but Jay and Bobby are our skinny pair, so we balance each other out, really. But it's we vocally we sound, I think, better. Visually, from a distance, we probably don't look very different, really.
No, you don't.
You get close, you can count the wrinkles, but you're the same. I remember my mum saying to me, because my real name's Rita, she used to say, "Rita, I know I'm 82 or whatever it was." She said, "But in my head, I'm still 19," and it's true. It's true. Your body ages, but your mind is still as young as it ever was, and you still laugh at the same things, and I still get off hugely on singing on stage with Fizz and doing Land of Make Believe and seeing everyone go, "Oh," and all singing along. I love it. I love it.
Do you know that the one thing I must tell you that I think is brilliant is if you said, "Oh, Bucks Fizz," people would go, "Mm." Yet if you play one of those tracks, people go, "Oh, I love this."
Yeah, exactly. I said this recently. I think we were a guilty pleasure.
Yes.
There were a lot of people that wouldn't admit to liking us, and then you hear us and go, "Oh." It's true. I know it's true. And we do, as I said, we do a lot of 80s festivals. And so the audience aren't necessarily a Bucks Fizz audience. They might be there for Jason Donovan or Kim Wilde or something.
Yeah.
And but you do those songs, Piece of the Action. I mean, Kim Wilde was a Fizz fan. Her favourite song was My Camera Never Lies. And the first time we worked with Kim, she went, I can't believe I'm on a show with Bucks Fizz. And there's me thinking, I can't believe I'm on a show with Kim Wilde.
Well,
we're very lucky to be in a position to still be doing what we absolutely love, what we were born to do, and that's entertain.
Yeah. Well, that is brilliant. Cheryl, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much for giving me the time. I know you guys are so busy at the moment.
It's really nuts at the moment. Look, I don't look at the diary because it will scare me. Every day is rammed with stuff, yeah.
Look, all the best with Dancing in the Rain. I know it's doing well because I know it's being played on all the major stations in the UK, and I think it's being picked up not just in Spain but around Europe as well. And of course, F to Z of pop. I got it right.
Well done.
When it comes out on September 22nd, I will look for it, and we'll play a few extra tracks off there as well, especially Amen.
Yes. Obviously the best track on the album.
Obviously. And good luck to you and the guys with the tour. And we'll look forward to seeing you over here.
Very kind. Thank you. Look forward to come.
All right. Cheryl Baker, thank you so much.
Cheers.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.